to not sound cocky or arrogant here, this kind of makes perfect sense, in all honesty. So Mike Gesicki is open to returning to the Cincinnati Bengals. He's fine with coming back and playing with us. He said he's open to coming back. And, I mean, again, looking at the options available for him, if he did hit free agency, he is 30 years old, so he can still play. But this is definitely the best spot for him. I mean, he's coming off a year where his quarterback, Joe Burrow, is looking like the 100% guaranteed MVP if he wasn't a Bengal. If that would be the narrative, sure. For me, I have been the same player, putting up the same work, putting in the same time. I just haven't had the ball come my way the last couple of years. I've been targeted a little bit more, and I don't want to take it for granted. I wish we could have changed the end of some of these games. But I come in every day with a smile on my face for the opportunities that are presented, and it's really enjoyable. Yeah, again, listen. For a tight end, we are almost to a point where we are heaven on earth. We use 2 tight ends every single drive. Every single play, I mean say. We run more 2 tight end formations than probably any other team in the NFL. If you're a tight end, you're going to get play time for us. Just guaranteed. Then you look at the fact that we really do not know how to run the ball. And if we don't know how to run the ball, it means we pass the ball more, which means more targets, more potentials for a tight end. You also got the fact that you have Joe Burrow at quarterback, who's putting up record-setting numbers. You take all this stuff in for granted here, or you take all this stuff, put it all together. Plus, we are a team, when we get crap together, that could go to the Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. You put all that together, you're not finding this anywhere else. You're really not. There's nowhere else you're going that you're like, oh yeah, let's go. I could go this place and have the same situation or even better. Right? So, at the end of the day, this is the best spot for him. So, I'm not really that surprised by him wanting to come back or even considering coming back. If you look at his last couple years' numbers, and again, I know he said that he's not getting, the crazy receptions or the crazy, targets that he would want. But still, 460 yards, right? He hasn't had over 400 yards since 2021. Reception-wise, target-wise, he's had the most targets this year, and the year's not even over yet. We still have like 4 weeks left, 4 or 5 weeks left. 4 weeks left, Anyway, and he's already had more targets than any other year since 2021. Receptions, he had the most receptions since 2021. At the end of the day, he's 30 years old, right? As a tight end, or as a receiver, a tight end, whatever position, your job, you want targets. You want the ball. You want to show how good you are. You want to be able to have the opportunity to be successful. And at the end of the day, that's your job, right? So this is the best spot for him. It really is. So I'm not surprised that he is open to coming back, because if he hit free agency, I mean, there's really not many other places who he could go to and have a very similar, if not better, situation. I mean, again, I'm not trying to be very cocky for the Bengals here, but this is kind of the truth. You're playing with Joe Burrow. You're playing with the best quarterback in the game right now. And if you look at free agency 2026, right? If he did hit free agency, obviously. 2025, not 2026. Tyler Conklin, Juwan Johnson, Mo Ali Cox. I mean, the free agency class isn't like crazy insane when it comes to tight ends. But I feel like if he did hit free agency, yeah, he might get like a bad team, like the Cleveland Brownies might try to sign him, or the Chicago Bears. Even not in the Chicago Bears, they have Cole Kmet. I don't think they would even want him. And like you look at the top teams in the NFL right now, Detroit Lions, They're probably not going to go after you, to be honest. Okay, let's see. The Baltimore Ravens, they got Mark Andrews and they got Isaiah Likely. They're probably not going after you. And even then, you're not going to get targets with Lamar. It's a little truth here. You're not going to get targets with Lamar Jackson. Who else we got? We got the Buffalo Bills. They got Dalton Knox and they got Dalton Kincaid. They're not going after you. The Chiefs, they got let's say Noah Brown. They actually got I think, did they still have Bell? I forget what his first name is, but I know they have obviously Travis Kelce, but you know he's not going to be in the league for too much longer. But I think he does play next year. I think he definitely will. They have Noah Brown. Yeah, so that's who I was thinking about. I don't know why I said Bell, but anyway. So they have Noah Brown. So, again, maybe the Chiefs go after you, but even then it's a question mark. You're not going to get utilized as much with the Chiefs as you would here. There's just no spot where he leaves us and goes somewhere and he's more successful or even going to get paid that much. I mean, again, 30-year-old tight end. I love Mike Gesicki. Like, I'm not making this video trashing him. I love him. But it's just, you kind of start to break it down. Okay, what's the best scenario here? And if you did leave, well, where is the best place you could go that would be the most successful? The Cowboys probably no. Eagles probably no. Bears, again, Cole Kmet probably no. There just isn't many spots. And again, you're not going to get another spot where you're playing with the best quarterback in the game. That's just the God's honest truth. The three best quarterbacks in the league right now are Joe, Patrick, and Josh Allen. And then it's Lamar Jackson. You're not going to, and I'm not putting them in any order, by the way. That's not an order. That's not like 1, 2, 3, 4. No. I think order-wise is probably Joe Burrow number 1, Josh Allen number 2. There are a lot of people going to hate me for that one. But listen, stat-wise and production-wise, I don't care about record. Winning is not a quarterback stat. It's not. People don't understand that. Winning is a team stat, not a quarterback stat. Play-wise, Joe Burrow has had the best season of any quarterback. I'm not talking about record. I'm talking about playing the position and being a quarterback. Number 2 is Josh Allen. That's not even a question. Number 3, I would probably say, Lamar Jackson. Number 4 is Patrick Mahomes. Even then, I may put Patrick Mahomes down the list on that one. He's had an awful season. But again, like I said, at the end of the day, those are the quarterbacks you want to play with as a tight end. Because those are the quarterbacks who are going to be the most successful for you. Yeah, CJ Stroud could be very helpful for you. But again, that system they like to run is kind of very run-based. They do pass the ball, but there's a lot of mouths to feed. And again, there's just a bunch of question marks. And there's no tight end. There's no system in the NFL, I feel like, that runs more 2 tight end systems than us. I think the Ravens run it as much as us with Todd Monken's offense. But even then, they like to run it, but they like to run the ball. And they got Derrick Henry. So they also got a running back who plays quarterback. Point is, this is the best spot for you, buddy. So I'm not surprised that he's thinking about coming back. Because even with a bad season, at the end of the day, I'm sure Mike Gesicki wants to win. He does. But also, more than winning ever, as a player, you want to get the ball. And you want to get receptions. And you want to have opportunities. He should have 1 more touchdown on the year if it wasn't for a situation that happened in the Patriots game. He should have 3 on the year, which would give him more touchdowns. Will have his 4th most touchdowns in a single year so far. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. See you guys next one. Peace.